Hi, welcome to Timeless Interiors. Here we are today at a beautiful home in downtown Bluffton on Ulmer Road. This is Morgan.
Hello.
Let's go on inside and take a look at this beautiful home and what we could do to help improve it for sale. All right, Morgan, here's a very interesting home because my first impression is how wonderfully transitional this home is. And then after talking to our client, June, we find out that this home was built 10 years ago.
Wow.
And all of the fixtures, the kitchen, the bathrooms, everything looks so current. It's exactly what we're doing in the homes nowadays. But come on and take a look and tell me what you think.
Okay.
Let's take a peek in the office first. So this is a beautiful office. It's a normal, wonderful color. It's one that we see frequently. I love the light coming in from outside. The office is to the front of the home. And of course, the feature detail.
The ceiling is beautiful.
It really is.
The tray ceiling with the multiple colors, it's beautiful.
Yeah, she did a wonderful job designing this. But a great office for us to set up. I'm looking forward to it. We'll pick those black accent colors out that we have in the bookcase here on the wall.
Is that Brazilian cherry on the floors?
It is clear Brazilian cherry.
Very nice.
All right,
Very
let's
nice.
take a look in the dining area. All right, well, here's the dining room. It's a quite standard dining room. I love the drapes. We're gonna be able to work with this beautiful silk.
The soutashing is beautiful on that.
It is, the color's great. We've got the taupes, the golds, the creams. Fabulous space. We'll probably pull the colors, the black out of the drapes for our dining
Beautiful
table.
ceiling. Absolutely.
And let's take a look in the living room.
Okay.
Well, one of the things that I liked so much about this home was the mix of the both traditional and a little bit more contemporary transitional. She did that throughout the home very carefully, so anyone would feel comfortable in the space. But can you believe this
Fabulous.
view?
It's a fabulous
It is beautiful.
lot.
And what's not to love? You look out there and the birds live right here in your backyard. It's absolutely
Love the
tremendous.
porch. It's quite nice.
Yes, yes, nice and comfortable. It's got your hurricane screens, it's got your exterior screens, so it's an additional living space for you.
Again, the silk drapes are beautiful.
Yeah, we'll be able to play off
And
of
I
these
love
colors.
that she pulled it all the way up. Just
Yes.
like you're supposed to. That's
Yes,
fantastic.
yes. She did a great job.
Yes, she
and
did.
I love the openness, so we can accentuate the view as very much as possible in the main space. So when you're standing at the front door, you're looking into the back on the water, this is such an extraordinary lot. And it comes with a lot of wooded acreage as well.
Okay.
So love it, love the fireplace, and let's go take a look at more.
Excellent, can't wait.
Isn't the color beautiful in this master bedroom?
It's a great color. It's very, what's trending right now.
Yes, very soothing. It's a nice, light, soft blue. Kind of has a little bit of gray in it. But one of the things that I love the most about this space is how current her bathroom is.
She was really ahead of her time when she did these selections.
Yes, June did a great job. Well, let's take a look at the master bathroom.
So Holly, what were you thinking for this room?
Well, I am absolutely thrilled with the selections that were made, and for us to complement these selections, I think it's very easy. We've got a range of colors that are very popular right now in her backsplash. June used the finest appliances. All the details, she didn't miss on a one of them.
Doesn't look like it, absolutely.
Are you thinking in the morning room, maybe either 2 love seats face to face? Are you thinking maybe an ottoman? We could do 4 chairs here.
Yeah, I think what would work best for being the hub of the house is the kitchen. So maybe a love seat and 2 chairs, or a center round ottoman and 4 chairs like you suggested.
Right.
So we'll see what works best.
What a very livable space. I love the banquette bench that she had customized here. And we're going to do a nice comfortable table. We'll probably do something a little bit more transitional, less contemporary than this one, and just run with the theme of her colors she selected because they're so perfect.
Okay.
I love the kitchen. It's such a workable space.
It's such a nice, there's so much in here, and it still seems so nice and open and airy.
Comfortable.
And the furniture is just going to add to that.
It's a warm kitchen. Yes. I could live in this home tomorrow. I think I mentioned that earlier when I met with June here. I said everything about this home is screaming my name. Let's take a look at some more of the house. Come on along. Well, here we are in the bonus space. I love it. I think it's designed real well for function. We've got our TV viewing here so we could do sofas, but the added detail, the wonderful space for the little grandkids to play in.
What a great idea.
We can set that up. They can have their own space. They could be close to mom and dad hanging out over here, or the teenagers.
I see a bar as well.
Yes, a fabulous wet bar. This is going to be fun to design. I can't wait to show you the after. Come on and let's take a look at the last few rooms in the home. Well, we've got 2 bedrooms. I was thinking that perhaps we would do a queen-sized bed in each one of them. But the thing that I was falling in love with the very most was, again, the selections in the bathrooms. The bedroom itself is a standard, maybe a little bit smaller scale, but it'll fit anyone for a guest comfortably. But I just can't get over the detail of every bathroom. Very nice job she did. Well, everyone come on back in just a moment where we're gonna do the big reveal with Timeless Interiors. Welcome back, everyone. Here we are at 210 Ulmer. I'm Holly Dixon with Timeless Interiors, and this is Morgan Allen.
Hello.
And we've just completed the staging on this beautiful transitional home. I'd like to show you the office and the dining room. Morgan, I love the selections that we've made in here. These beautiful Drexel Heritage chairs were custom upholstered by our upholsterers on staff, and I love that we put the grass rug in here. It has a masculine flavor while we kept with the bookcase colors, the detail of the ceiling, and coordinated everything.
And it still has that coastal feel, which is so important because we are right on the water.
That's right.
So it has a little flavor of everything in it.
Yeah, it's a perfect mix. The pieces fit beautifully, and it was nice that we had such a vast selection, so we got the very, very pieces that accentuated the lines in this room beautifully.
It also helps to have custom upholsterers and refinishers on staff.
I know.
To get it just the way we want it.
That's a little trick we've got, but okay, let's take a look at the dining room. Come on along. Morgan, I'm impressed with all of the blend of selections that have been made for the dining room. Tell us a little bit more about them.
Well, the starting point, as we talked about while the house was empty, was the soutashing on the drapes and that contemporary feel with such a dark black fabric. So we wanted to bring a little coastal in there and still keep it transitional, but bringing in some more traditional elements in as well. So the key to this was to mix and match a little bit, but still keeping some of the basic elements in each, whether it be traditional or transitional, tied together. The curve of the armchairs, the curve of the console, the colors that match in, which we pulled off of the soutashing on the drapes, and of course the very traditional pictures bringing in some very colorful birds.
Yes,
to keep that coastal feel.
Birds I think I recognize seeing in the backyard just the other day.
This house has many, many birds on the property.
Yeah, that's one of the highlights of this home. The water that it sits on the May River is just covered in the back with the birds, isn't it?
It's beautiful. And wait till you see the sunsets. Whoever buys this property is going to be one lucky duck.
Yes,
no
yes.
pun intended.
We've surely enjoyed decorating this home because every time we've come to work on it, the backyard has been filled with beautiful wildlife. One of the things, Morgan, I wanted to point out on this console, with the mix of colors that we have in the draperies and the walls going on in the entry, we actually customized the top of this console so it coordinates and flows better in this space. That was done right in-house at Timeless Interiors, where we do customization of furniture pieces.
Yes, and we also, the reason this works is because we use the element of 3, just like gardening. You've got the curve in the drapes, you've got the curve in the centerpiece on the table, you've got the curve in the console that we custom made, and we also have some of that tortoiseshell accenting in the lamps as well. So we use those rules to keep a flow going throughout this room.
That's right. And you took advantage of the fact that I love this home and I like June, the owner, and you put in my beautiful Maitland Smith vase because you knew I wouldn't complain about it being over here.
Yes, I did. Nothing is sacred. If it's there, I'm taking it.
I know. I love it. Here we are in the living room, and I can't help but notice, along with the beautiful details that were already in play for us with the draperies and the fireplace, we've done a mix of furnishings. I'm looking at Lily and August. I'm looking at 2 Century swivel chairs, Drexel Heritage, Lane Venture, another beautiful manufacturer on this console, and right before me is a group of 6 different manufacturers on the product that we found all at Timeless Interiors.
That's right. And again, we are continuing with the mix of a little traditional, a little transitional, and a little coastal, all mixed up into, and yet it works.
I know.
And there are tricks to that. And we at Timeless Interiors can help you with those tricks to make it work in your home as well.
I know people become afraid when they walk into Timeless Interiors because it's so huge. It's sometimes overwhelming. But I promise our finished product is so unique, isn't it?
Yes, people actually get very excited because if they tend to like the pieces that they see in Timeless Interiors, they love them in their house, because the hardest part about picking things for your home is imagining them in your home.
Right.
And we can help you do that. And if it's not right, what happens?
Oh, it just comes back and we try again.
That's right.
Inventory is something that we have lots of, and it's always incoming. This week we had 2 container loads come in already at the new showroom over on Bluffton Parkway. But I'm constantly impressed with room after room, how it has such an eclectic blend, but it all goes so beautifully. And that's the design service that's provided. So you don't go over to your neighbors and see the same thing. We're not cookie cutter. We're not a Rooms to Go. We're not a Haverty's. We're not an Ethan Allen. At Timeless, you get a unique product that's unlike anything that you see out there, because we design every room and every space different. Well, Morgan, here we are in the master bedroom. I think I've said before that our homeowner, June, did an incredible job with paint colors. It was such a pleasure to decorate around the selections she's already made in this home. The bathrooms, the kitchen, all the colors throughout. And it led us to the appropriate custom bedding that we have here in the master. And I love what you've put together here. It's a great blend. I love the wave on the very transitional headboard. Beautiful. Yeah,
it was an easy choice to make with June, and again, making such great selections for her home and being able to foresee the future and what's trending. So she was ahead of her time for sure. I love the ottomans, the eyelash ottomans, and I love the way this room comes together. It's just such a beautiful, comfortable room, and it's timeless.
Oh boy, Morgan.
How cute is this room?
This is just charming.
I love this room.
You know what? I recognize this headboard. I believe we used this on our HGTV show, didn't we?
We certainly did.
But it certainly looks different in this setting. You switched it up entirely because we wanted to have a little girl room.
Yes, we did. And the bedding is great. It's a nice juxtaposition between the roughness and the what the trend that now of the reclaimed headboard, and then with the girly sheets. And the flat weave rug is great. And the chair is so much fun.
I know, my granddaughter begged to have that chair, but I told her, no, it's got to be seen in a few homes first. I love it. It's adorable.
But it's a nice mix. It would be great for a little girl. It would be great for a teenage girl. It would be great for an older. Yeah. And yet it's still appropriate enough for an adult.
Yes. We did a phenomenal job in this space. Let's take a look at the next guest bedroom.
Okay, that's not a girl room.
I know it isn't.
Okay.
All right, come on. Well, here we are in the second guest bedroom, and where there's a girl's room,
there's a boy's room as well. And you can see we went a little bit more masculine in this area. We did some coastal influences with the leather wrapped headboard and the cane weave. And then we also have some contemporary influences as well with the leather chair and the nightstands.
I love the mix of elements. As you pointed out, we've got some glass, we've got some cane, we've got metal with the propeller on the wall over here, which is a wonderful blend, and that's what we do. We try to mix the textures so they flow just beautifully in every space.
We want to keep it interesting enough so you are interested in the space continually. That's why it ends up being timeless.
Yes.
Because it's not one genre completely. It's a lot of different looks, and it creates layers so you can enjoy the space year after year.
That's right, that's right. Well, I'd also like to take a look at what we've done over in the morning room. The breakfast area and the morning room combination really turned out fabulous. We're going to take a little break, but when we come back, we're going to show you the kitchen, morning room, breakfast area, and it is absolutely wonderful. Well, here we are back in the morning room, the kitchen, and breakfast area. Morgan, I love how comfortable and livable this space turned out to be.
And again, we've used the same continuous rules that we have done throughout the house in terms of keeping a little traditional, a little transitional, and a little coastal all mixed together. And you can see how it plays off of each room and works very well. And again, we can show you how to do it. It's fun, fun, fun.
You know, one of the interesting things, if you remember from a little bit earlier, we showed you when we entered this space, the draperies were already up and we were trying to make them work. So here we have some valances that June had in place, and it's amazing how we were able to coordinate everything. So those valances and every window treatment in the home looks like we planned it there and designed it from the beginning in our selects on the furniture.
Yes, it was certainly challenging. I was up a few nights trying to figure out what to do, and as you know, we were texting back and forth over it. But it also, what happens in this room as well is some of the color also makes it pop in here. So the combination keeps everything bright and lively and yet very warm and comfortable, and that's why that all comes together.
You're absolutely right, but let's look at some more. The last area of the home that we want to show you is the bonus room. What was both interesting and challenging about this space in the bonus room is that it has 3 completely separate living areas in the main bonus room. Tell us a little bit about that, Morgan.
Well, again, in large spaces, the trick to these spaces is to conquer and divide, as you say. And in this area, in this room, we have a gaming table, we have a bar, and we have a television seating area. And the trick to this is to treat each room, each little space slightly differently, but keeping in mind the whole. So you get the composition correct for each space, and then you bring it together as a whole. It's kind of like a camera lens. You start small and then you widen it out, making sure that everything has a flow to it.
And to showcase this space as appropriately as we have, I know that we had tried a few different things just to get the scale exactly right. We tried a standard sofa size, but luckily we had an extended Chesterfield sofa that we could put in to show the comfort, versatility, and really utilizing the space to its fullest potential. Go figure that we had an extended
in
Chester in denim.
In denim. Could you get a better fabric than denim?
I know. Perfect for bonus room.
Yes.
But this was all pulled together from Timeless Interiors on Bluffton Parkway. And the beauty of that, and what I love so much about every staging that we do, is we're able to individualize the pieces for the stagings that we do contract, but we don't have to special order one piece. With the vast inventory and stock that we have, we've got it right there in-house.
And we don't always get it right the first time. We had tried a different sofa up here and realized it was too small for the space, and 2 sofas wasn't the right thing either. So we're able, like we've done it for years and years, but we're not always perfect. So, you know, sometimes trial and error is a good thing, and you learn from it and you get the right piece. And that's something else we can do at Timeless Interiors as well, is if you don't hit it perfectly the first time, we can always revamp and do it again.
Yes, yes. And we also found that the realtor became involved a little bit later, and she had some input for us as well on what she thought that buyer was going to want to see in the home. So we were able to accommodate both the realtor and the homeowner. And that's why I love what we do at Timeless Interiors.
That's right.
Morgan, thank you for what you've done for us once again.
Most
Another
welcome.
Spectacular job.
Thank you so much.
Well, here we are with another completed home staged by Timeless Interiors. We had a wonderful week. We've sold 4 homes this week of the stagings we had contracted. I know this one will go in no time at all. Remember, great designs aren't just a fad, they're timeless.